I guess what was the biggest sort of shock for me and the biggest hit for me was losing my mom, and seeing that in terms of someone having to go through that kind of sickness, and getting to that point also really played such a powerful role on me to try and make sure that I stayed healthy and that I made health a really sort of important priority in my life. And at that point, I remember thinking to myself, I guess this could go one of two ways. I could create. So for me, I guess I always think of um, life in terms of positive and negative energy, and anything that bad that happens is obviously negative. Obviously, you have positive energy in terms of happiness and the concept of high that I talk about sometimes. And for me, in life, I try with everything to use negative energy and turn it into something positive, because energy is never lost; it's transferred, right? And I think that in itself is such a powerful thing, because you think about a situation where you walk by someone, and you see them and you smile. Such a simple gesture, right? Just a smile. Yet it has such a powerful impact on someone. It truly lights someone up because someone has simply smiled for you. And it's so simple, it's so cheap, it's free, it costs you nothing, yet people don't hand it out, you know? Now you think about it in the other way, right? So that's that transfer of energy. So I've walked by someone, I've smiled, I've transferred a real positive energy to someone, and they carry that with them through their day, and hopefully they transfer it to someone and keep sort of rolling that positivity. But then you think about a negative situation. You walk by someone and you transmit a negative energy, right? You look at them in a funny way. It doesn't have to be anything. Maybe you didn't even mean for it to happen, but you look at someone with disdain. You look at someone with negativity. You look at someone as if they're less than you. That transfer of energy haunts a person for not just that day, but for multiple days. Why is that? It's such a, you truly think about it, I'm sure everybody's had that situation. And it's so powerful because that energy that you have now, that negative energy, it's never lost, it's transferred. So if you have an inability to use that energy and turn it into something good, it will destroy you. And I think that's what I felt at that point, that level of pain and energy, if I couldn't do something good with it, then it would have destroyed me. And so I found that I needed to find positive outlets. And fortunately enough, I used fitness, I used exercising, and I used even work to a degree, sort of being there for my family. I transferred all of that energy into a constructive and positive way. And I think that's the way that everybody has to look at life, right? Everything that you have in your life, all that negativity, all that stress of the day, all that hecticness, all of that negative energy, it's never going to be lost. You need to transfer it. You need to process it in something positive, something constructive. And I think that in its essence is how I've managed to go on for as long as I have. It's how I've managed to develop a mindset that shows me that this is something that's constructive. This is something worth pursuing. This is something worth thinking about. So not just for the point of being healthy enough so that I don't ever have to put someone through the level of loss and energy that I had to deal with, but also to understand that you can use any form of negative energy and convert it into something positive.